Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, and with another video, that means another free game. It seems like we just get these multiple times a week. Now, this free game has been available before, but I figured for those of you that did miss out on it for whatever reason, another chance to get it for free, and it does look like a pretty interesting game. Not a game that I'm all too aware of. Haven't played it myself, but it has a very positive reception over at Steam. Also, Humble has launched a fantastic new Humble bundle with the Humble Warhammer bundle, so I'll be taking you guys through that. And a while back, I talked about the possibility of Sunset Overdrive being released on Steam. Well, we've got a little Microsoft event happening this weekend, and on top of that, the Steam database actually has a Sunset Overdrive listing. Want to talk a little bit about that and what that could mean, because Sunset Overdrive is a game that I've long wanted to come over to PC. It's a fantastic game done by Insomniac, a pretty notable studio right now, and I'll talk about that a little bit later on. First up, the free game. You can check out Distraint Deluxe Edition right now on Steam. If you add it to your library, it is yours to keep forever. Now, I'm pretty sure they are doing this to celebrate the impending release of Distraint 2, and by the way, the game itself is a 2D psychological horror adventure. In order to secure a partnership in a famous company, the main character seizes the property of an elderly woman, and in that very moment, he finds out the price of his humanity. It's got a very cool look to it. I really like the art style the game has, and if we're talking about a horror experience, it's something that really goes hand in hand with that. Obviously, I can't speak on what I think about the game myself because I haven't played it, but as far as Steam reviews go, there's 4,962 reviews overall, and it's 93% positive. I would say that's very good. 204 reviews in the last 30 days, and that is 94% positive. It does have a 76 on Metacritic, which isn't that great of a score, but still 76 for a lower key game like this. I think that is pretty good, and honestly, in the grand scheme of things, a 76 should be a really, really great score. It's just that I feel the scoring system in gaming has gone all awry, considering we're handing out 8.5s and 9s like they're nothing. If you look at, like, say, the movie world, in the gaming world, people look at 85s as just an okay score. In reality, an 85 should really represent an absolutely stellar game, but that's a different tangent to get on at a different time. Again, Distraint Deluxe Edition available for free right now. Distraint 2 will be releasing on the 13th of November. Moving on from that, we've got a great Humble bundle that just went live in the Humble Warhammer bundle, so a lot of good stuff here. We'll take you guys through all three of the tiers. The pay $1 tier has you got Warhammer 40k Dawn of War Talisman Digital Edition, and a bunch of expansions for Talisman as well. So Warhammer 40k Dawn of War for just $1 is great, and then you got Talisman and a bunch of expansions as well. Would say that's quite good. Things get even better at the Beat the Average tier, which is at $5.30 right now. You'll get Warhammer End Times Vermintide, Warhammer 40k Space Marine Collection, and Blood Bowl 2. If you don't know what Blood Bowl is, a pretty quirky little American football game, so check that out if you do end up getting the bundle. And then the final tier is pay $12 or more. That'll get you Warhammer 40k Dawn of War 3, Warhammer End Times Vermintide Stormdorf, and Battlefield Gothic Armada. I would say get the Beat the Average. I think that's where you're getting the most value here at $5.30. A lot of good stuff there. At the very least, I would say paying $1 for Warhammer 40k Dawn of War is quite good, and Talisman Digital Edition. So some good stuff there. A link to that will be in the description box down below. And lastly, let's talk a little bit about Sunset Overdrive. This is a game that I've long wanted to come over to PC. If you guys don't know, this is actually one of the very few super high quality Xbox One exclusives. It was done by Insomniac Games. I know a lot of you guys think Insomniac is a studio owned by Sony. That is not the case. They're a second party studio. They're more of like a hired gun, which I think is really cool. But they put out Sunset Overdrive on the Xbox One. I believe this released back in 2014, and it was a fantastic open world game. It was really Insomniac's first open world game, and a lot of what you see here kind of set the table for Marvel Spider-Man, their most recent open world title. And that game has done incredibly well from a critical and commercial standpoint, but obviously you probably won't ever see that game on PC because it is a Sony published title, and those are pretty rare to come across on PC. However, we have seen Microsoft published titles not only be released on the Windows Store, we do see a few of those come over to Steam as well, with titles like Alan Wake. I believe Quantum Break and Recore fall into that category as well, so there have been a few. So I don't think it's a far cry that Sunset Overdrive would come on over to PC, and there is actually a Steam database listing of the game. It's got a Sunset Overdrive image and everything. It says that it was last updated 20 days ago, and it was first updated around 7 months ago, but recently updated being 20 days ago, that probably means something is in the works. And Microsoft is holding a little Xbox event on Saturday, so maybe this is something that they'll throw in as a surprise announcement announcement. I think if this game does come on over to PC, if it's a good port and it's priced at like $19.99 or even $29.99, I think it will do very, very well. And it is a pretty quirky open world action adventure game. Maybe the presentation and stylization of the game will turn you off if you're more into mature experiences, but Sunset Overdrive, once you actually get to playing the game, there aren't a lot of other games that offer as much fun as Sunset Overdrive, and that's coming from someone that only played a little bit of it on Xbox One, but what I played of it, I did thoroughly enjoy. Would I say it's as good as Marvel's Spider-Man, Insomniac's most recent game? Probably not, but to see it added to the Steam library, that would be great. We don't even have this game on the Windows Store, by the way, so it coming over to Steam would be the first of a PC release. This game has not been released on the Windows Store, has not been released on Steam, and again, I think games like this are the types of games that really can have a second wind on PC. We saw it with games like Valkyria Chronicles, where if you release a game that was released a couple of years ago, was received well critically, but from a commercial standpoint, it just didn't do all too well, release it again on PC, make it a good port, price it accordingly, and it can really have a revitalization on the PC platform. Again, we've seen that with so many other games. Valkyria Chronicles is one that just always comes to mind. Dragon's Dogma is another game. That game did so well on PC. Who knows if that was enough to bring on another game? That's something that's still up in the air, but that game definitely did well commercially. And I think with Sunset Overdrive, as long as they get everything right, it's a good port, priced accordingly, it could do very well on PC. So we'll see how that turns out, and that's gonna conclude this video. Again, Distraint Deluxe Edition is absolutely free right now on Steam. Check that out. The Humble Warhammer bundle is quite good. A lot of good stuff there. And let's hope for a Sunset Overdrive release on PC. A very underrated game. It was released as an Xbox One exclusive, and I really think it deserves a second chance for some commercial recognition, so let's hope for the best on that. That's gonna wrap up this video. If you guys have a request for a future video, you can leave that in the comments section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.